Underneath the surface of modern life, a quiet, biological shift is occurring, a silent erosion of traits that once defined male health. This chart tracks the historical average of male testosterone levels. Just a few generations ago, the baseline sat comfortably above 900 nanograms per deciliter. But follow the timeline to the modern generation, and you see the average has plummeted below 300. Because we live in environments of extreme comfort, surrounded by processed food and sedentary routines, our bodies have slowly adapted to these critically low levels, treating them as the new normal. This sustained decline creates a quantifiable biological deficit, often mistaken for a simple lack of willpower. To address this, we must start with an objective assessment of your current levels. The most immediate diagnostic tool doesn't require a blood test. It happens the moment you wake up. The frequency of morning wood serves as your primary indicator of a healthy testosterone baseline. This vascular diagram shows the mechanical link. Peaking morning testosterone triggers concentrated blood flow for a strong physical response. Dropping to once a week reveals a breakdown. The endocrine system lacks hormones, and circulation fails to reach peak capacity. Ignoring this physical absence is the equivalent of silencing a daily alarm bell. It's a clear warning your internal regulatory systems are struggling. The second major symptom reveals itself through the targeted accumulation of soft, stubborn fat, specifically around the chest and belly. This molecular model shows why localized fat is dangerous. These specific fat cells generate and release a highly active enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase actively hunts down your circulating testosterone molecules. It binds to them and forcefully converts them into estrogen, the primary female sex hormone. As estrogen levels rise, the body adopts female fat distribution patterns. This leads to a softening of the physique, storing even more fat in isolated areas like the thighs and chest. Conversely, high testosterone levels activate adrenaline receptors. Those receptors actively break down stored fat and burn it for physical energy, keeping the body lean and athletic. Belly fat functions as an active hormone-converting factory. It effectively feeds on your remaining testosterone to fuel its own expansion. This chemical imbalance heavily influences behavior. Endlessly scrolling through your phone or falling into chronic loops of masturbation are signs of compulsive dopamine seeking, a common byproduct of a broken hormonal drive. That broken drive leads straight to chronic fatigue. You might sleep 8 hours and eat well, yet still feel utterly exhausted by midday, despite doing no heavy physical labor. This infographic maps the specific neural pathways connecting low endocrine output to cognitive misfires. When testosterone drops, the prefrontal cortex struggles to maintain focus, leading to frequent memory lapses and constant brain fog. The drive required to tackle obstacles often disappears. Instead of confronting challenges, the brain defaults to a state of procrastination and low-effort avoidance. Low testosterone effectively reshapes the central nervous system's priorities, creating a self-reinforcing loop of laziness and low energy. You can reverse this by forcing biological adaptation. Your body reacts directly to your environment. If you demand more energy through high-stakes activity, your biology must supply it. Look at this line graph comparing hormone levels in competitive scenarios. The moment a man achieves victory, testosterone levels experience an instant, towering spike. Defeat causes a steep, immediate drop. A comfortable, repetitive routine in the gym won't maximize this response. You need true survival triggers, intense physical combat, climbing, or raw, high-stakes competition to force the body's hand. Your body won't produce high-octane fuel for a low-stakes life. You must biologically demand the hormone by simulating the intense, competitive conditions of our ancestors. All that physical exertion is compromised if you fail at recovery. Functioning on just 5 hours of sleep reduces your testosterone production by 15% immediately. This sleep cycle chart highlights the deep restorative troughs that happen in the final hours of an 8-hour rest. This deep sleep is the specific phase where the body balances its chemistry and pushes testosterone to peak production. Failing to reach these final cycles forces your body to function at a permanent 15% deficit. It makes reaching your peak hormonal potential mathematically impossible, regardless of how hard you train during the day. The final piece of the protocol is nutritional architecture. To physically construct testosterone, you must supply the raw building blocks, adequate whole proteins and healthy fats, which directly support hormone creation. You also need the chemical catalyst, zinc. Think of it as the spark plug for the entire process. Without sufficient dietary zinc from sources like eggs and pumpkin seeds, the body's testosterone factory struggles to function. Overcoming the modern decline requires a relentless, structured approach. You must implement structural nutrition, protect your deep biological recovery, and pursue daily physical victory.